Gemma, just explain what's going on here. How do we get to this point where Barcelona have said to Ter Stegen, you're not our captain anymore?
Yes, and there is an open conflict until the last month of last season. He wanted to play. He wanted to be the main goalkeeper. Hansi Flick decided to put Ter Stegen or even Iñaki Peña in the last game. Then he felt outraged because Barcelona decided to sign another goalkeeper, Joan Garcia, without informing him. And this war started to escalate, and it's starting to look like an ugly divorce. And the last action is that he had to undergo surgery, and he decided not to sign the medical report that Barcelona needs to send to La Liga. This will release some salary. It would be crucial for Barcelona to register the new players, especially the goalkeepers, Joan Garcia, but also Ter Stegen that has renewed. And this was the last drop, the last action that Barcelona wanted to take this unprecedented action to remove a player from being the main captain. This is usually a decision of the locker room, but Barcelona consider that he is being selfish. He has signed that permission to send medical reports to La Liga before, so they consider that the only reason to not doing that now is to make it more difficult to Barcelona to register the new players, especially the goalkeepers. And this is especially important doing it right now because on Sunday is the big opening party at Barcelona, the trophy Joan Gamper, where the main captain needs to talk to the fan base, and it would have been very uncomfortable. So they took this decision today. I had the chance to talk to some of the locker room of Barcelona. They were shocked because they didn't know this unilateral decision. But it's also something that they didn't want to get involved with this conflict with their captain. 11 seasons in the club. Is the only player at Barcelona who has won the Champions League. And they are shocked, but they understand the decision of the club.
What did he think he was going to achieve by doing this, Gemma? Because from the outside looking in, this always looked like it was going to be ugly, and it always looked like that Ter Stegen was going to be on the losing side.
So he's upset. He thinks he's been mistreated, and he's having this kind of conflict with the club. He still has 3 more seasons, so at some point it will be a matter of money because he wants to be rewarded for that. But at the end of the day, it's very difficult because in this ugly divorce, then it's very difficult to know who will be more damaged because, of course, if Barcelona wants to play dirty as well, he might not play ever again, and so he loses any chance to be the Germany goalkeeper that it would be his dream in the next World Cup. Ugly
for Barcelona, Ian, here.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's sad treatment of a long-serving player, as Gemma was saying. The only player at Barcelona who's won the Champions League. And this is all, again, isn't it? At the heart of this is the fact that Barcelona have got 5 players at the moment. They can't register. They need to free up money to meet La Liga's salary cap demands. And really, it's kind of all about that, isn't it? And Ter Stegen, yeah, OK, he's played maybe a little bit fast and loose and been awkward because he's angry that he isn't going to be the #1 goalkeeper. It looks that way anyway at Barcelona. But I've got a lot of sympathy with him, really, because he spent a lot of time injured in the last couple of years. And I just think it's an unedifying spectacle every year to see Barcelona scrambling around like this to get players registered. They will sort it out. They always seem to with some financial gymnastics, but it's not a good look.
There's probably only 2 or 3 players safe from this at Barcelona, isn't there? Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, probably Pedri. Everybody else is probably a pawn. Think about the treatment Frankie de Jong got a couple of years ago when they were trying to get him out so badly to get these extra money, to get the registration, to meet the salary cap that they needed and sign players and blah, blah, blah. The fans were waiting at the training grounds, booing him and abusing him because, you know, the club were putting out reports that he was the bad guy. And and Ian's absolutely correct. This is what they do. And so unless you're one of those 3 or 4 players that are at the moment pretty much untouchable, if they need to get you out, they will drag you through the coals and try and muddy your name. So I kind of get, and I'm saying I'm sure there's two sides to every story here. But he went from, vying with Manuel Neuer for the number one at Germany to being the number one at Barcelona, to having this long injury, really bad injury, to coming back and basically being surplus to any sort of requirements. So it is a difficult pill to swallow. Maybe he's not handling it correctly, but I think any player would be pretty peeved at the treatment they're getting after being out for so long.
Yeah, there's players up and down the country, in every league, that are getting abused by the club. Because the club, at the end of the day, don't really care about you individually. They only care about what you can do for them. And the fact that Ter Stegen's been out for so long, they've clearly decided he's done at our place and they're trying to get him out, and they'll do anything they can. So whatever he's doing that's sticking a spoke in the proverbial wheel, then I've got a lot of sympathy for him.
Inigo Martinez, meanwhile, has left the club. Gemma, it certainly looks like he's on his way to Saudi Arabia. Does that free up a space for them to register a player?
Yes, we need to know how much exactly, because it depends, of course, of the consideration of La Liga. This is not good news for Barcelona, because he was a key player last season, crucial for implementing that Hansi Flick crazy headline. He helped so much Pau Cubarsí last season. He got that captain spirit, always putting a fight. I remember this connection he had with Lamine Yamal, sending this long ball. So he's gonna be very much missed. But Barcelona couldn't forbid him to go. He had a verbal agreement because he already had an offer from Saudi Arabia last season, and he was asked not to leave. And he had some kind of verbal agreement that if another good offer arrived, the club wouldn't put problems in that. He's 34 years old, and Barcelona considers that they have enough centre backs. But I think Hansi Flick will miss him a lot. And about the space for registering, as it depends on the consideration of La Liga. I've been trying to find out, because this is just a breaking news. Some people say yes, it would at least allow, the very important thing is to register Joan Garcia, because right now Iñaki Peña should be playing in Son Moix in 11 days. And some sources say in La Liga that they need to consider to see the books and to see if this about 17 million annually to take it out of the books will allow Joan Garcia at least to be registered.